Happy Donut Day. So I just want to welcome you all to our kitchen, and today Nick is with me, and it's a part of G-Lab, and I'm telling you, we're not near to be chefs. He's a web designer, I'm a storyteller, that's about it. So we're gonna try something today, basically because it's Donut Day. What are we doing today?
So today we are making the official Salvation Army Donut Lassie donuts from World War I. And so this is actually a pretty simple recipe.
I'm gonna let you fly.
Yeah, all it is 5 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 3/4 cups of milk, some baking powder, 5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 tablespoon of salt, and then 1 tub of lard. So this is actually really simple to do. So the first step is actually just going to be to combine all of the ingredients except for this lard here. This is gonna be for later in one large bowl. So we're gonna start with these dry ingredients here, get some of the sugar in, and also this 5 teaspoons of baking powder. And actually we gotta measure out this flour here, so we're gonna go 5 cups. Let's just hold this over so we can get, before spilling. As you can tell, I'm nowhere near a chef. And 5 cups. Since it's so much, there's no need to be super exact, as long as you have around 5 cups, I hope. And we can go ahead and add our eggs. And our milk. And also our salt, forgot to add that in. All right, and we're just gonna start giving this a mix. Usually I would use a nice electric mixer, but since this is such a large recipe and in World War I they didn't have those, we're gonna go ahead and hand mix this.
The reason we're doing this, obviously, is because National Donut Day, but I had the privilege to go and have a conversation with my friend Michael Nagy at the Historical Center in Atlanta, and he really explained the history behind, all right? So let's go there. Michael, another good story from the Salvation Army lines that really captures my heart, and I love it, is the donuts story. Now, I'm not going to tell you my version because it can be so far from true that I'd rather, to cut the chase and ask you, what do you know? What can you tell us, about the relationship between the donuts as we know it today and the Salvation Army?
Well, the donut thing is really a true story, and it is based on World War I service. So the donut over time, because of what happened in World War I, has become a symbol of Army service. And what happened is that the women primarily, but also men, Salvationists, went over to assist the American troops in World War I in France. And they were tasked with ministering to the troops in whatever way that they would do. So they would mend their socks and put on buttons of their uniforms, and they would have services, and they would counsel them, and they would open recreational rooms for them and give them paper and things like that. But they would also make them coffee and donuts and other treats. Well, the donuts became so known because they were very transportable. The donuts were easy to make relative to other things. They could pile them up in buckets or baskets and take them all the way up to the front lines where the troops were. And there were a lot of people volunteering in World War I service from other organizations and things. But the Salvation Army did 2 things, is they went right up to the front with the troops and lived with them in the camps and things, and they sent women. And because it was like home, like it was like mother. So, you had these women baking for them and bringing them things right where they were, and they weren't charging them anything. It was all free. And so the troops got the word back home and said, the Salvation Army, whatever you may think of them, they are great. They bring us stuff, and they give us donuts, and they talk to us, and they sing with us, and they pray with us. And the sort of legend of the donut is a true legend. It became larger than life because of only, we think, maybe less than 500 Salvationists altogether, men and women, went to France with the American troops. But from that service over a 2-3 year period, it just has exploded, and the Salvation Army has sort of reviewed donuts, and people know donuts because of the Salvation Army, and we keep serving donuts at various activities, and it's something that you can easily say, oh, this is we care about you, we love you, we want to serve you, and it's become that kind of a symbol.
Oh, as you can tell, I love donuts. that's something I'm looking forward to. Free donuts around June, Donuts Day. I'm just, chasing around the court because I know we're gonna get some free donuts. So, man, thank you so much. And again, I'm gonna be calling you and hitting you up so I can get some facts of the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
All right. God bless you, brother.
Alrighty. Well, that was actually a really good history piece, and thank you, Michael, for bringing us all that information that is so important about the Salvation Army and the history that is behind the donut. Now, we almost burned the house twice. We just didn't have a proper thermometer. Then my friend here got a proper thermometer. So run me a little bit through the process of how we made our first donuts.
Well, after we rolled everything out and cut them in, we decided to heat up our lard. We winged it a little bit on the oil, as he said, and
just a bit.
A little bit too hot, about 150 degrees too hot.
Right.
But yeah, after we turned it down, got a nice temperature, you throw the donuts in, flip them over a couple of times, and get a nice golden brown texture here.
These are great donuts for our first time, and actually coming from a web designer and storyteller, we have nothing to do with kitchen whatsoever. So here we are. So there you go. Happy National Donut Day. Next time that you eat a donut or something, remember the Salvation Army has a great tie in America with the donut. A great, I will say, American dish, maybe?
Who knows?
Happy National Donut Day. I'm gonna eat this.